All right, let's go ahead and get started. Brian Green said, so we're going to go ahead and stand up for the first part. All right, so this first movement we're going to do is, it's called a cross crawl. I think it's called a cross body crawl, but we're standing, so I don't know what's called that. But basically, we're going to take the hands out and bring one knee up and take the opposite hand to the knee, both arms out, foot down, opposite hand to the knee, and just back and forth. So we're going to just march. So the practice is to do this about 30 times if you're counting, but you don't have to necessarily count, but that's a couple of minutes or so. So this is something you could do anytime, like this is a little brain break, stand up from your desk and do this. Just to make it more fun, we're also going to add in counting and saying the alphabet. So we'll count from 1 up and we'll start at A and go towards Z. And we may not get through the whole alphabet, but one hand is going to be, so let's say the right hand is going to be 1, the left hand will be A, and then 2, B, and I'm going to stop counting so you can do it in your head. You can say it out loud if you want to. Kind of check in if you lose count. Just start over. I have no idea where I am. So just starting back at the beginning or wherever you want to jump in the middle. If you get to the end, yep. How did that feel? Good. Was it hard? Good. Well, that's better than me. I think I got to about 8 in whatever letter that was supposed to be. It was like, I got no idea. Somewhere between G and H. I forgot what comes next. So clearly I'm more of a visual learner or a creative thinker than a linear one. Cool. Oh, I moved my mat all over the place. Okay, cool. All right, so that's one exercise, and that's just something you can incorporate in, again, like a little brain break in the day, with or without the counting in the alphabet. All right, next one we're going to do is we're just going to do chair flow. So chair pose, just being like you're sitting back in a chair. Arms can be out to the side or they can be out in front. And we're going to take a deep breath in with the arms up or out or wherever that feels good. And as we sit back into chair, we're going to cross the hands and put a hand on each ear. So inhaling, arms up to whatever feels good. Exhaling, crossing the arms over and touching each ear. And just continuing to flow here again. We could do this for a few minutes. We could do it for, we can count how many times we're doing it. Again, maybe 20 or 30 times, just as a practice. And if you think about it, maybe crossing the opposite arm over each time. Nice, slow, deep breath. Let the movement follow the breath. Weight towards the heels, sitting back. Let's do this 2 or 3 more times. One more. Good. We'll just come back to standing. Feel free to shake that out. In fact, let's do that. Our little handshake from last time. sideways, up and down. Feel free to shake out the legs, just anything here. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and come down to hands and knees. And so we'll come into cat and cow. Again, we're going to incorporate cat and cow with our eye release practices that we did last time. So from hands and knees, just taking a moment to stack the knees under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders, lengthening the spine here. And as we inhale, let's gently drop the belly, swaying the back, looking forward with regular relaxed eyes right now. They can be open or closed. Exhaling, tucking the chin to the chest, rounding the back up into cat. So just flowing cat and cow a few times. Nice long, even breaths or movements following our breath. And the next time we come into cow, so dropping the belly, swaying the back, rolling the shoulders back and down, looking forward and up, and then taking the eyes without moving the head and looking down towards the nose, towards the floor. And breathing here, we can relax to swallow if we need to. We'll just take a few breaths. Head looking up, eyes towards the floor. And breathing in and breathing out. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And then let's round up into cat, taking our time, pressing into the floor, creating some space between the shoulder blades, tucking the chin to the chest, and then looking up towards the forehead with the eyes. Breathing here. And take 2 more deep breaths. And come back to the center, just back to a neutral spine. And then moving with our breath again here, let's inhale, just a neutral spine along to the center here. And as we exhale, turning to look behind us, little C curve to the spine will flow with the breath a few times, inhaling back to the center. Exhaling the other way. And come one more time. Let's come to the center. As we exhale, C curve looking back behind us. Then let's take the eyes and face them towards the front of our mat. So eyes looking towards the front of our mat, arms straight and strong, C curve to the spine, head looking behind us, or turning behind us, I should say. Eyes looking forward. Deep breaths here. All right, let's come back to the center. Just relaxing here, blinking the eyes. We'll take a deep breath in as we exhale, turning the head back to look toward our feet, C curve, and the eyes looking towards the front of the mat. Take 1 more deep breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back to the center. Just blink the eyes. Feel free to move and stretch in any way here, relaxing the wrists a little bit if we need to. And then from hands and knees, we're going to stay right here and we're going to go into some spinal balance. So this is opposite arms and legs. This is starting to incorporate in some of that cross lateral movement. And so we'll start just by bringing the right arm up to shoulder height and then extending the opposite leg, left leg out to hip height, pressing through the heel and reaching through the fingertips. We'll take a deep breath here, just sort of establishing that balance. And then coming back to the center. Inhaling, lengthening the opposite arm and opposite leg. Deep breath. And we'll exhale back to the center. And then alternating with the breath, inhaling, lifting, and lengthening, opposite arm and leg. Exhaling back to the mat. Inhaling, lengthening. And exhaling, lowering. We're going to continue this flow and we're going to add in an elbow to a knee. So extending long. And as we exhale, instead of coming to the floor, seeing if we can bring the elbow to the knee. Inhaling long, staying on this side. Exhaling, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, elbow to knee. Just like we did standing. And this time we'll come back to the mat. Hand to the floor, knee to the floor. Switching sides when you're ready. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, elbow to knee. Inhaling, lifting. Lengthening. Exhaling, elbow to knee. One more time here. Exhaling, elbow to knee. Extending long, and we'll exhale back to the floor. And from here, we can come to seated. I'm just kind of checking in on how things are feeling. Some of these movements you may have noticed from yoga classes. Now you know why. The teacher may not even necessarily know why, but but if you think about it, if you have a yoga practice, there are a lot of those cross body movements, whether it's a twist. If we think about like a kneeling twist with the arm up in the air, hands to opposite knees, twisting chair, any of those things, eagle, 1, 2. So now you'll know that your brain is getting a workout too when you do those poses. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do some alternate nostril breathing here. So for our alternate nostril breathing, basically we're breathing through one side and then the other. You can use 2 fingers if you want. You can use fingers on the same hand. Traditionally, a lot of times the first 2 fingers are put down and it's the middle, or the ring finger and the thumb, just to close off the nostrils, but whatever feels comfortable for you. And if it doesn't feel comfortable for any reason to breathe through just one side, I encourage you to try, but if there's congestion issues or anything like that, you can also just imagine that you're breathing in and out through one side of the body. It has a lot of the same benefits to it. So we'll start with just a few calming deep breaths here. Just 3-part breath. Deep breath in. Eyes can always be opened or closed. And just settling in here, noticing the breath in the body. Three-part breath. Feeling the belly rising, the ribs expanding, the chest opening. And noticing the breath slowing down a little bit and lengthening. And we're going to keep those slow, lengthened, full breaths as we start to alternate. So we can bring the fingers up, whichever ones we're going to use to close off the nostrils. Let's take a deep breath in. Closing off the right side, we'll exhale the left. Inhaling the left. Switch, exhaling right. Inhaling right. Switch, exhaling left. Inhaling. Switch, exhaling. Inhaling. Switch, exhaling. Switch, exhaling. Inhaling. 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 Switch once more, exhaling. Inhaling. And just releasing the hands and breathing naturally. Slowly opening the eyes. So that alternate nostril breathing, energetically balancing to the body, the left side of the body, traditionally associated with the more feminine and relaxing sort of lunar side of the body, and the right side more energizing, masculine, sort of the solar side. So the yin on the left and the yang on the right. And so energetically, it's a really balancing breath. And then obviously it has our brain doing crossing over that corpus callosum too. So another great way to just do a little 2 or 3 minute brain break in the day to do some of that alternate nostril breathing. And it can also be, like I said, just done mentally too. So sometimes we'll just do mental alternate nostril breathing. It's okay if you're actually breathing through both, but just the practice of visualizing breathing through one side and then the other has a lot of those same benefits in the brain. All right. So next, we're going to go into our Yoga Nidra practice. This is a little bit longer Yoga Nidra practice today. And you may notice that there's going to be a visualization. There's also going to be some counting down. So we'll count with the breath. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I just forgot. We just remembered we were going to do. Yep, there it is. That we're going to do before we get into Yoga Nidra. So along the same lines of doing something physically in the body, basically we're just going to wring the hands out. So like rubbing the hands together, like we're washing them, like we're putting on lotion. We're crossing the fingers, we're crossing the hands. And so we have some tactile physical movement in the hands, and they are doing a little bit of crisscrossing over. And then while we're here, we can have eyes opened or closed. We're going to count down from 30 by twos, just in your own mind, or you can do it out loud if you'd like to. So we'll start with 30, 28, 26, 24, and so on. And continuing to wring the hands together if you're done with the counting. And now, maybe with the eyes closed, start to visualize a red apple. And now a yellow lemon. And then orange tangerine. Bright green grass. Purple crayon. Visualizing a red balloon, a bright blue sky with white puffy clouds, a yellow boat on a pond, orange flip-flops, and a purple rabbit, maybe a stuffed animal, or not. Now visualizing the blue ocean, the white sand, bright green foliage. Now visualizing a full rainbow, all the colors. And then just relax the hands down. Take some deep breaths, maybe opening the eyes. For Yoga Nidra, we're going to go ahead and just get really comfortable. So you can lie down, blankets, pillows, floor, couch, bed, wherever you want to go. And really taking the time to get comfortable and settled in. So if there's anything you could do, I always recommend a pillow or a rolled up blanket or something behind the head. A lot of times I'll notice the point where the back of my head is resting on the floor after a while if I don't have something to support and soften and cushion the back of my head. So taking time to let yourself be as comfortable as possible for this practice. Just settling in, letting your legs kind of rest apart a little bit, arms maybe out by your sides, palms facing up. And taking time to adjust your clothes, any blankets or pillows, anything that you can do so that you're very, very comfortable for Yoga Nidra practice. So you can go into the practice and continue the practice without moving and with no physical discomfort. Letting the eyes relaxed, closed, and keeping them closed through the practice, knowing that you can always open them anytime. The practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. In Yoga Nidra, you function on a level of awareness, on a level of listening. When we're dreaming, we have no control, but in Yoga Nidra, we are the creator of the dream. So as we begin the practice, say to yourself mentally, I am awake and aware. I will not sleep. I will only listen. I am awake and aware and practicing Yoga Nidra. Taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Feeling calm spreading throughout your body. Feeling your body relax more and more with each breath. Become aware of any sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Letting your sense of hearing operate like a radar beam, searching out distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Moving your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source. Just aware of the sounds. Gradually bringing your attention closer to sounds inside, maybe even sounds in the room, in your own body. And now begin to develop your awareness of the space that you're in. Without opening your eyes, begin to visualize the walls and the ceiling, the floor. Your body lying here on the surface that's supporting it. And seeing your body lying here in this space. And becoming aware of the existence of your physical body lying in this room. Total awareness that your body is lying in perfect stillness. Become aware of your natural breath. A natural, deep, spontaneous breath. Without concentrating on this, without interfering with the natural process. Just continue listening and just knowing that you are breathing. Repeating to yourself mentally, I am awake and aware, and I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Taking time now to set an intention or a resolve for the practice. Maybe for today's practice, we'll affirm that right here and right now, I have everything I need and I am safe. Right here and right now, I have everything I need and I am safe. Repeating this resolve 3 times in your mind with emphasis and feeling as if it were already true. Sense how this would feel if it were already true. Right here and right now, I have everything I need and I am safe. And now allowing your awareness to travel through your body on a journey of sensation. Simply feeling each part of the body as it's mentioned, without moving, just sensing, and welcoming all sensation just as it is. Beginning with the right hand and all the fingers, the right arm and shoulder, the left hand and all the fingers, the left arm and shoulder, the top of the head, the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the ears, the mouth, the chin, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, abdomen, the shoulder blades, the upper back, middle back, lower back, the hips, and the pelvis, the right hip, the right leg, knee, and ankle, the right foot, and all the toes, the left hip, left leg, knee, and ankle, the left foot, and all the toes, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole right side of the body, the whole left side of the body, the whole body at the same time, the whole entire body all together. repeating to yourself, I am awake and aware, and I am practicing Yoga Nidra. And now drawing your attention to your breath, the natural rhythm of your breath, inhaling and exhaling, feeling the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. The inhalation rises from the navel to the throat. On the exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware now of the respiration from navel to throat, keeping your breath easy and natural. Maintain your awareness of the breath and begin counting your breath as follows. I am breathing in 26. I am breathing out 26. I am breathing in 25. I am breathing out 25. I am breathing in 24. I am breathing out 24. And so on, down to 1. Don't worry if you lose count. If you do, simply begin again at 26. And if you get to 1, simply begin again at 26. Continue counting to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and the fall of your breath from navel to throat and back down. Total awareness of the breath, awareness of the breath and the counting. The breath is slow and relaxed. Continue counting. And now leave the counting and say to yourself, I am awake and aware, and I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Begin to concentrate now on the space in front of your closed eyelids. The space on the forehead, behind your closed eyes, and imagine this space before you as a transparent screen, as though you were at a movie theater. The screen is as high and as wide as the eyes can see. Continue concentrating on this mind screen and become aware of any phenomena that manifests within it, in colors or patterns or light. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved, practicing detached awareness only. If any subtle images make themselves known, simply notice them without directing the images, without analyzing. If any thoughts occur, just let them come and go, but continue watching this dark space. Continue watching with detached awareness. And now we begin a journey. Imagine that you begin floating from the space you're in, floating up towards the ceiling. You look down and you see below you your body lying on the floor, practicing Yoga Nidra. And now you see your body slowly standing up and tiptoeing to the door, quietly opening it, going outside, and closing the door softly behind you. You see your body walking outside. You see the familiar things around you. There's no sense of effort, only lightness. You see people that you know, but they can't see you. So you just keep walking past them and notice that they're in their usual conversation. You begin to notice a greater feeling of lightness, and then you see your body gently beginning to lift up and beginning to float like a cloud in a gentle breeze. Start to notice the scenery now from above. What do you see below you? Do you see trees from above? Do you see the road, the grassy area? What else do you see? You know you can fly anywhere now that you would like to fly. Simply let the currents of air carry you, adjusting your body position to direct yourself in any direction. You see yourself experimenting with arm positions and leg positions and how these affect your flight. Begin flying over land, maybe water. Notice what you see, maybe farmhouses or trails, dogs running, winding rivers reflecting the sun, thick forests, maybe children playing on a playground, a boat on the water, cars moving down the road. You see birds flying alongside you. Some are passing you above and below. Pausing a moment, looking closely at yourself, seeing your body is totally relaxed, and your face has an expression of peace and calm. And now you see your body suddenly immersed in color as it passes through a rainbow, feeling yourself washed and purified by subtle colors: yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, white, red, orange, yellow. Feel the colors penetrating your whole body, nourishing and invigorating you at a deep level. And then slowly making your return, slowly returning to outside, seeing the familiar objects and people outside, opening the door, walking inside, and seeing yourself lying down on the floor. And now bring your awareness back to your body, lying on the floor. Becoming aware of your physical existence, aware of your arms and legs, deepening the breath, gently moving fingers and toes. And taking your time when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes and coming to seated.